10 strange animals you should never touch. If you're ever in the woods and come across a strange animal, don't touch it. Animals are often unpredictable, which means they could be venomous or carry diseases that can make you sick. In fact, some animals even carry parasites that could infect humans if we come into contact with them on purpose, like when we go foraging for food. Here are 10 strange animals that should be left alone. The platypus, a shy, nocturnal creature that spends most of its time in the water. It can be found in both fresh and saltwater rivers and streams, as well as lakes and ponds. Platypuses have many interesting adaptations to their environment, including webbed feet and tails. They are also venomous, but only when threatened or cornered, while swimming away from danger. In general, the platypus is not aggressive or poisonous. However, if you get too close to one without knowing what you're doing first, like touching them, it may bite your fingers off. The slow loris. This is a small, nocturnal primate that looks like a cross between a monkey and an anteater. It's also one of the most venomous animals in the world, and it can be found in Southeast Asia, where it lives on trees. The slow loris is protected by law in many countries, including Singapore and Indonesia. In fact, if you live in either country, or if you visit them, don't even think about touching this gorgeous creature. The poison dart frog. The tiny, brightly colored frogs that live in Central and South America. They have an extremely toxic skin substance called bufotoxins that can be fatal if swallowed. The poison is released when they are threatened or touched by a human hand and can cause paralysis, respiratory failure, convulsions, and death within 30 minutes of ingestion. The toxins do not affect other animals except those who feed on their skin, like ants. However, their toxicity depends on the species of a frog being consumed and how much food is consumed at once. Poison dart frogs are not aggressive towards humans, but should be handled cautiously as they may release toxins when picked up or touched by your hands. Cassowaries, the large flightless birds found in New Guinea and northeastern Australia. They have a long beak, which is used for digging up roots and insects from the ground. These birds also have sharp claws on their feet, which they use to fight with other cassowaries or other animals that may threaten them. Cassowaries are dangerous because they will attack humans if they feel threatened or provoked by them. If you see one of these birds, do not touch it under any circumstances. You should run away quickly or try to hide, because this might make your life much worse than it already is. Bees and wasps. There are many species of bees and wasps. Some have a sting that can be deadly, while others have a more mild sting that causes allergic reactions, but is still painful. Bees and wasps are highly dangerous to touch because their stings can cause severe allergic reactions in humans. If you come into contact with a bee or wasp, wash the area immediately with soap and water to remove any traces of venom before seeking medical attention if you think you've been stung. Blue-ringed octopus. It is a small, vicious creature found in Australia. It measures only the size of a golf ball and has a blue ring around its body, hence the name. The animals are known for their aggression and can be dangerous to humans if provoked or mishandled. There are reports of people getting injured by these creatures, who then had to be treated with antivenom because they couldn't fight off their symptoms due to being bitten too much by this animal's venomous bite. If you ever encounter this creature while traveling through Australia or any other location where it might be present, make sure that you keep away from it at all costs. Otherwise, there will inevitably be consequences later on down the line. Cone snails. If you're ever in the ocean, keep your hands off cone snails. They are a type of sea snail with a harpoon-like tooth that it uses to kill their prey. Cone snails are found in warm waters and can be found on beaches or along shores throughout the world. While most people have never heard of cone snails before now, they should be familiar with them because they will probably see them at some point in their lives. If not by accident, then by design. Cone snails are known for being extremely poisonous. The same goes for their cousin, the garden slug. but this doesn't mean that you should avoid touching one, if given no other choice than to do so due to potential harm from touching them or being near them, which could lead to death. The reason why these animals aren't aggressive towards humans is that they aren't interested in eating us. Instead, it's more likely that your dog may get eaten by one while walking outside alone at night. Jellyfish. They are invertebrates, not fish. They're also not dangerous to humans or pets, but you should keep your distance from them. Jellyfish are found in many places worldwide, including tropical oceans and seas around Australia, because they're an invertebrate, meaning they don't have a backbone. Jellyfish do not have bones as other animals do. Instead, they have soft bodies full of watery fluid that allows them to move around quickly without being broken apart by waves or currents. This is why they're called jellies. Unlike sharks or stingrays, which can be dangerous if touched, jellyfish don't pose any real threat to people unless someone gets stung by one accidentally while swimming too close together with others nearby who didn't know what type of animal might attack them next. Africanized bees. These are a hybrid of the African honeybee and the European honeybee. They were created in Brazil in the 1930s by purposefully breeding them to become more aggressive than their European counterparts because they came from Brazil. These bees are also known as killer bees because they will attack anything near them, including other insects. This type of aggression makes it difficult for people who want to collect pollen from flowers that have been visited by Africanized bees, like your local park. If you're allergic to bee stings, or if you don't know how to protect yourself adequately, then this might not be a good idea for you. The kissing bug. They are a type of insect that mainly feed on nectar from flowers and have been known to carry a parasite called Trypanosoma cruzi. The parasite causes Chagas disease, which can affect humans as well as other animals. Kissing bugs are found in the tropics, where they feed on nectar from plants like Acmea sanderiana and Heliconia flexuosa, both members of the family Bromeliaceae. These plants have waxy outer leaves that make them difficult for kissing bugs to bite into. The insects instead use their piercing mouthparts to suck out liquid between cells inside these leaf surfaces. If you are bitten by a kissing bug, there is a chance that the parasite will enter your bloodstream. If you see one of these creatures, walk away slowly. Don't try to handle them. Don't try to catch them. Don't try to pick them up or take a picture of them in any way other than by taking their picture with your phone camera or camera app on your computer screen. Also, don't feed them. If you see one of these creatures, leave it alone and let it live its life without any interference from humans like us who aren't even supposed to exist in this world anyway, except maybe as pets. With so many strange and dangerous animals inhabiting the world today, it's important to know what they are and how to avoid them. Hopefully, this list has given you some insight into these creatures so that next time you go for a hike or stroll through the park with your family, you'll be able to identify them before they get too close. So, that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment below telling us what you thought about it. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of all our latest videos.